So if you own a 2011 to 2016 F150 powered by that 3.5-liter EcoBoost motor and you're checking out this video, then chances are you might have some symptoms of a bad coil pack or two. Some of those symptoms might include a rough idle, struggling on startup, especially when it's hot or cold outside, or generally feeling a loss of acceleration or performance when you're driving around. And if that's the case, then these coil packs from Accel might just be the ticket. Now, these coil packs are an OEM upgrade. They come out to around $40 a piece, and at just under the $250 price point for the whole set, they're a lot less expensive than picking them up from the dealership. Well, they have better magnets and cores inside, and they have a better designed coil, which provides more consistent spark. Certainly an important thing to think about, considering that these guys are firing hundreds of times a second for potentially hours on end. Now, I'm also happy to say that swapping out your coils is very simple. This is a very easy maintenance job you can do at home with basic hand tools. You literally only need a socket, and you might need a flathead screwdriver, but besides that, I'm going to give this a simple 1 out of 3 wrenches on our difficulty meter. It should not take us more than 30 minutes to an hour, again with basic hand tools. So again, if you're looking for some very affordable coil packs, you want to upgrade your ignition system, or you're just suffering from some of those symptoms of a bad coil pack, then these guys are the ticket. And if you decide to spring for these, you can come back in just a minute. I'm actually going to walk you guys through that entire install and show you how easy it is step by step. All right guys, to swap out your coils, you'll need a standard drive ratchet with an 8mm socket, and an extension might be helpful. All right, so removing your coils is actually very easy. All you'll need is a ratchet and an extension, but before you do that, you have to access your coils, and they're covered up by that engine cover, that plastic cover. So what we need to do is remove it, obviously. It's really held in with just a couple of push pins, and you actually have to remove your oil cap in order to pull it free. Once you've removed your oil cap, just gently pry up on it, pull it out of the bay, and we'll expose those coil packs so we can get started. All right, with our engine cover removed, we've exposed all the coils on our driver's side head here. They're held in with an 8mm bolt. So go ahead and grab your socket and extension and ratchet, loosen those bolts up, and once we pull these bolts, we're actually going to disconnect the coils from the wire harness. Now to disconnect the coil from the harness, really simple. Pull on this red tab here on the connection itself, press down, squeeze, and remove. Once you've done that, you can gently pull the coil out of the head. All right, once you pop that coil out, you can throw the new Accel coil in there. And again, like I mentioned earlier, OEM upgrade here. So same connections, no specialty tools, no modifications necessary. Go ahead and fit this down in there. Make sure it's seated on the spark plug itself. Go ahead and pop that connection back in and tighten down that 8mm bolt. All right, once you got all those other coils swapped out, double check those connections, make sure you're good to go. That'll also wrap up my review and install of the Accel Super Coil Packs with the black finish, fitting your 11 to 16 3.5-liter EcoBoost powered F150. I'm Travis, thanks for watching, and for all things F150, keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.